In the quiet hours of the evening, fear hung heavy in the air as the disciples gathered behind locked doors, their hearts heavy with grief and uncertainty. Just days before, their beloved teacher and friend, Jesus, had been crucified, leaving them shaken and bewildered. As they huddled together, their thoughts consumed by sorrow and doubt, suddenly, without warning, Jesus stood among them, his presence filling the room with a peace that transcended understanding. "Peace be with you," Jesus said to them, his voice calm yet filled with authority. At first, the disciples were stunned, their minds struggling to comprehend the miraculous sight before them. But as they gazed upon Jesus' familiar face, and the wounds that marked his hands and side, their hearts overflowed with joy and wonder. Overwhelmed with emotion, Thomas, one of the disciples, spoke the words that echoed the doubts of their troubled hearts. "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands, and put my finger where the nails were, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." With compassion, Jesus turned to Thomas and spoke words that would resonate through the ages. "Put your finger here, see my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." In that moment, Thomas' doubts melted away, replaced by a deep and abiding faith in the risen Lord. Falling to his knees before Jesus, he exclaimed, "My Lord, and my God." With a smile of love and understanding, Jesus affirmed Thomas' newfound faith. "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen, and yet have believed." And as the disciples gathered around him, their hearts filled with wonder and awe, Jesus spoke words of commission and empowerment. "As the Father has sent me, I am sending you," he said. And with that, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive anyone's sins, their sins are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven." In that sacred moment, the disciples were filled with the power and presence of the Holy Spirit, emboldened to carry out the mission that Jesus had entrusted to them, to spread the good news of redemption and reconciliation to all the world. And from that day forward, they would go forth with hearts aflame with faith and love, empowered by the living presence of their risen Lord, who had conquered sin and death and brought hope to a world in desperate need of salvation.